The history of humanity would be incomplete without migration. These stories are not only about moving from one corner of the world to another, but also about dreams, struggles, sacrifices, and hope. In every era, in every civilization, man left his traces upon the earth, sometimes forced, sometimes guided by the call of his dreams. But most of these faces have faded behind the veil of time. It is these forgotten faces that we will bring back to life today. When man lit the first fire, hunted for the first time, and left the caves to face the open plains, migration was already there. He went in search of food, water, and safe shelter. These migrations were not only about survival, they laid the very foundations of civilization. Had humanity remained still, no city would have been built, no language would have been born, no art would have flourished. Centuries later, when man dared to challenge the ocean, a new era of migration began. European explorers crossed the seas and reached new lands. These journeys not only reshaped geography, they also shaped encounters, sometimes clashes between civilizations. Behind these voyages were also women and men who left their homeland forever, becoming strangers in a new world. Among all migrations, the most painful are those born of war and injustice. The exile of Muslims from Andalusia, the mass displacements during the partition of India, or Palestinian refugees in camps. So many stories marked by fear and hope. These travelers left their homes, but their hearts remained tied to their lost land. Migration was not always synonymous with war or poverty. The quest for knowledge also drove men to leave. Greek philosophers, Muslim scholars, Sufi poets all left their homeland. To spread the light of knowledge, these migrations illuminated the world. Had these minds remained confined, humanity might still be shrouded in darkness. In 1947, at the time of partition, the world witnessed one of the largest migrations in history. Millions crossed a newly drawn border. Trains, stations, and roads overflowed with tears and lifeless bodies. It was not only a migration of territory, but a migration of emotions, a brutal severing from memory and ancestors. Time has changed the forms of migration, but not its essence. Today we see Syrian refugees seeking shelter at Europe's gates, young Africans risking their lives at sea for a better future, and millions fleeing war, poverty, or climate upheaval. But one thing has never changed: those eyes that question, those dreams that draw a path, those faces the world forgets. Among these stories, there is the farmer who, driven by famine, goes to the city, the mother who crosses a border to save her children from bullets, the young student who leaves his homeland to learn and who, years later, only sees his land again in dreams. Here are the forgotten faces of the world, faces that history barely remembers, but which embody the very soul of humanity. Migration teaches us that human compassion is our greatest strength. No one leaves their home by choice, but by necessity. Cultures never disappear. Migrants carry their language, their songs, their recipes, and share them with host societies. Migration is a wealth, not a weakness. History proves that many nations grew stronger thanks to the work of migrants. The digital world has brought a difference. Today, no face is ever completely erased. A photo, a video, a story can shake the conscience of the entire world. But the real question remains: will we only look on, or will we act for them? The forgotten faces of the world remind us that man's true identity does not lie in land or passport, but in his struggle to live. Every migration leaves a mark on the heart of humanity. It is our duty to keep these marks alive, so that future generations may know where man has passed and how he kept his hope.